But what you may not know is that although bass fishing is just now reaching the mainstream, it actually has a long and storied history. Competitive bass fishing began in 1967 and has developed through the years into what can now be considered a mainstream sport. Today I will explain the origin and development of competitive bass fishing, along with where it stands in the modern day. First two Bassmaster All-American tournaments were held in 1967, and the entry fees were only $100. According to Craig Lamb, a current reporter for Bassmaster, because of the success of these two tournaments, the man who organized them, Ray Scott, started the organization Bassmaster. Fishermen who became members received access to tournaments along with a monthly fishing magazine subscription. Another tournament organization, FLW, was founded in 1979 under the name Operation Bass. As described by Field and Stream reporter Don Worth, it focused more on weekend anglers who were unable to pay the high entry fees and high travel costs of Bassmaster events. After the two major tournament trails were founded, they continued to develop and grow the sport. Bassmaster started the Bassmaster Classic, which is best described by Harper's Magazine reporter Paul Walker as the Super Bowl of bass fishing. It was first held in 1971 with the country's top 25 anglers, and Bobby Murray won the $10,000 first place prize. Today, 50 anglers compete in the event for a $300,000 first place, and the same person, Jordan Lee, has won the last 2 years. In 1972, Bassmaster started the first catch and release tournaments in Florida. Because no boats came with live wells, pros had to use hoses and sprinklers in order to keep their fish alive throughout the day and weigh them. Catch and release is now a staple as it extends the life of the sport and allows more people to compete without depleting bass populations. In 2006, Bassmaster formed what is known as the Elite Series, which was a tournament trail with higher payouts and more media coverage. This made it easier for pros to make fishing a full-time job. And recently, FLW changed the meaning of their acronym from Forrest L. Wood to Fishing League Worldwide. And this shows their expansion into holding international tournaments in countries such as Mexico and South Africa. Today, bass fishing is breaking into the mainstream and becoming a sport with similar recognition to sports such as golf or NASCAR. The MLF, or Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour, is a new tournament trail that just started this year. It is designed to put the anglers first with higher payouts and no entry fees. Major League Fishing has also started a new format where every bass counts towards your total weight. This has more application for TV and live entertainment, which gives anglers and sponsors more media exposure and results in more money coming into the sport. The already established Elite Series has responded to this new tour with higher payouts and lower entry fees for their anglers. They have stuck to the traditional 5 fish limit, but also increased live coverage of the tournaments to keep up. Bass fishing is now also in almost every college in the country, including here at Adrian, where it is a varsity sport. College fishing helps to cultivate young anglers into pros in a similar fashion to other mainstream sports. And many former college anglers are now on the FLW Tour, Elite Series, or Bass Pro Tour. These include the recent 2-time Classic champion Jordan Lee. Competitive bass fishing started as an experiment by Ray Scott in 1967 and has since grown into an international sport. Today I talked about the origins, development, and modern aspects of competitive